God is in the business of redemption. He is in the business of thwarting Satan's schemes. He is in the business of bringing beauty out of ashes. He is in the business of bringing glory to himself and bringing people to himself. And if Charlie had had the choice, if someone had been able to come to him and say, okay, this is what your death will accomplish. It will accomplish more people hearing the gospel. It will accomplish more people waking up. I know that if Charlie had had that choice, he would have said yes. He would have said, yes, Lord, send me. And not only would he have, but he did. He went into the lion's den, and now he is with the Lion of Judah. Now he is with Jesus, and everyone is going to know who he was and why he lived and the gospel that motivated him. And that is the only thing right now that is giving me any hope or any peace or any comfort.
I know that all I could think of yesterday was how glorious the greeting must have been on the other side. Yeah. You know, good, well done, good and faithful servant.
Yes, absolutely. And before any of us heard the news, before his sweet wife, Erica, got the phone call, he was already hearing those words. And I am so happy for him. I'm so happy that he's with the saints and the martyrs and the persecuted through which the Church of Christ has been advanced for millennia. I'm so happy for him. But I'm so sad for us. I'm so sad for us. Heaven gained an incredible person, but we lost a huge presence.
That's how I know when people have faith. They don't weep for the dead. They weep for the loss to themselves and to the world and to the families that are hurting. They mourn that loss on themselves, but they when they think of the person who has died, they know exactly where they are.
Yep.
And with Charlie, I mean, I knew him when he was 17 and he was a good kid, but what a change happened to him. He was on fire for Christ, on fire for that.
Yes, absolutely. He grew into, over the past 5 to 10 years, such a theologically deep and apologetically astute man of God as he became a husband, as he became a father, as he became even more of a warrior for truth. And that is really that's what inspired me. And when I heard the news yesterday, my first thought was, that's it. I'm done. I'm throwing in the towel. That is it for me. I'm not willing to do this anymore. And then later, after he died, I went through some of the texts that he had sent me over the years. He was always sending everyone, all of his friends, these very encouraging texts. And he sent me this article from a liberal outlet that, of course, had taken some jabs at me, that had made me anxious. And he said, well done. Keep slugging. And I just know that if he were here, that's exactly what he would say. Not just to me, but to all of us. He would say, no, you can't get out now. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. That's exactly how he would feel, and that's exactly what he would tell all of us.
I have received so many emails from people who have said, I don't know how to get back up again.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to tell them other than faith in God. Faith in God. I think if our side, if you will, I hate that in this context, but if we didn't have God, we'd be very much like the left right now. We would be mired in anger and screaming for vengeance, and it would be a really ugly place today.
Yes.
If we didn't have God.
Yes, and if Jesus wasn't raised from the dead, like if he wasn't resurrected, then we don't have a hope of a resurrection. If he didn't defeat death, then we can't defeat death. If Jesus didn't live forever, then we can't live forever. And that's exactly what Charlie always preached, what he always posted on X, what he always said. If you were to be able to text him right now and say, look, Charlie, I've got this really tough thing to talk about today, and I don't know how to say it. I don't know what to say. Well, what are your thoughts on it? What should I say? I know exactly what he would say, the one word that he would text back, and that would be Jesus. Just tell him that. Just tell him that Jesus is the only way to fulfillment. That is what he would say. People may not realize that, but every time he went on a college campus, he wasn't just talking about capitalism or Donald Trump, and all those
No.
things are important. He shared the gospel. He knew that every single person that walked in front of him was made in the image of God with a soul that was going to live forever in one of two places. He desperately wanted the people who hated him to go to heaven. And I just pray that I can have that same boldness for the rest of my life.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, Allie, but I feel as though I have seen two greats come into my life as very young adults. One was Charlie. He was 17. And I watched him grow into an icon and just remarkable things. And I know I told you about a year or so ago that you're the first that I have seen come through my doors that I have said, that is a game changer. This is a superstar that is going to change the game. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I'm sorry to say this to you, but you're the closest replacement. The responsibility now on your shoulders. Because you can do it, and you're placed in the right place, and you have very much the same message. And I want to thank you for being prepared.
Well, I don't feel very courageous right now. And I want to say thank you for those words, and thank you for your belief in me. And, Charlie, way back before I had any audience or was doing anything, I certainly hadn't done anything impressive at all. Before I came to the Blaze or anything, Charlie was one of the first people to reach out to me, said, "You got this. Come speak at one of my events." And he always, for reasons that I didn't really understand, he always cheered me on. He always platformed me. Even when I didn't agree with him on everything, he never cared about that. And that was who he was. He built people up, and I don't think I'll ever be able to fill those shoes. And, I'm just going to follow the call that God has on my life and try to do the next right thing and believe that God is going to use me. And if he uses me in a fraction of the way that he used Charlie Kirk, then my life will be fulfilled.
He already has. You've already done so many great things, Allie. Thank you so much.
Glenn.
Thank you. I appreciate you talking on such a hard day.
Thank you.